Alright YouTube, so we are looking at my latest project, which is my 2007 Honda Shadow. So this is it's a Honda Shadow VLX. It's the 600cc and it's actually a 4-speed. In Brazil they are 5-speed, but here in the States they are just a 4-speed manual transmission. So it has a couple mods done to it. You can see here I added this dumb little rack on the back that I have a sealed luggage container I put on for carrying stuff. I got rid of the rear turn signals and I went for this tail light that has the turn signals built in and the brake light and the running light all in one. License plates down on the side, curved mount, and then my light is actually up here and it shines down on there. It actually works pretty well. I can show you here. So that's what it looks like with the light on, obviously tail light there. So it's lit up and legal and everything. So the project is I'm turning this bike into I'm gonna do kind of a modernized bobber build. Obviously you can see I've already done some stuff. The turn signals are up there and my running lights are up on the handlebar. Different headlight because the factory one is garbage and I ride a lot at night. Trying to think here. Different handlebars. Got the TJ Brutal Customs grips because the factory ones were terrible in the rain. And then did the one-wire throttle conversion, so it all runs through one wire. It's not a push-pull, it's just a pull now on the throttle. I've got my charger cable, phone mount. Trying to think of anything else here. Other than that, I took this off a while ago just because it was rattling. I didn't like it on there. So I'm just showing you what it looks like here before we get started. This is my last video of it in stock condition. So I'll show you some of the parts here that are going to be. Okay, so first of all, it's going to be getting a Springer seat. This is actually the seat and the mount. This came from TJ Brutal Customs, and then a lot of stuff came from them because they have a lot of support for this bike. Have a great product. Jet kit, and then I have the sissy bar, the bolt-on sissy bar and fender kit, and then obviously the builder's kit exhaust. Learning how to TIG weld right now to be able to make my own exhaust. Springs for the seat here. And then I have this fender, came all the way from the Netherlands. I'm waiting on the brace for it. This is actually 3D printed, but it's very sturdy, a little bit flexible, but awesome part from Raw Metal Racers. I have their intake kit, which I bought before I realized that it's for the factory intake. So I'm probably going to sell this because I'm planning on redoing the whole intake and emissions system. And then I have my auxiliary fuel tank. That's what that mount is for the sissy bar. If I do decide to run that, I haven't 100% made my mind up. And then here I have, so I'm going with the 40-tooth rear sprocket and the 15-tooth front sprocket. So I'm losing 4 teeth on the rear, 1 tooth on the front. And then obviously my chain there, DID 525 VX3. And that is in the gold, the coated chain. Then I'm not a big fan of loud exhausts, so the exhaust I'm building is going to come out and terminate as quickly as I can here, but I am putting at least one 6-inch silencer in each pipe. I don't want open pipes. I do want a silencing device. I don't want a terrible drone on the highway. But to get a little bit more horsepower out of it, I have to do intake, jet my carburetor, do a couple mods to it. I'm getting rid of the vacuum-powered fuel pump. Obviously, like I said, the exhaust. All this is going to be gone because I like how when bobbers have the cleavage on the front and the thigh gap in the rear. So obviously all these plastics are going away, and then that gets you to the next part of my project. So the next part of the project is, this is what's here now. Revival Cycles is where I bought all this from. And so this is my wire loom and all the heat shrink and stuff. Comes with a heat shrink kit. And then this is the wiring kit for it's the Moto Gadget M unit blue. And right now I'm waiting on the actual M unit itself. But that gives me a whole bunch of extra features with the bike that will kind of hopefully modernize it. Then a couple other things I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be doing a weld-in battery box down here, hiding, obviously getting rid of this. I haven't decided if I'm going to be fabricating or buying metal for this, because these actually just pop out of here. They're kind of flimsy, shiny plastic, and you can see what's hidden there. Just a bunch of wiring and stuff. All that's getting redone. My ignition is getting redone. I'm doing everything through the M unit because I can control with the app. I get keyless entry to it, so when I walk up to the bike, ignition's on. I just get on it, press the button, and go. I can wirelessly lock it. I get an alarm. And then the other big thing we're changing here. So these are basically the Honda version of a PCV system. There's like a little reed valve in here. There's one here. And then there is one, and it's kind of hard to see, but on the front head there. And so I'm getting rid of those, and then the vacuum powered fuel pump, which is back in here. All of that piping is going to come out of here, so you get that awesome cleavage in front where you can see over the top of the motor. So the only things that I haven't figured out yet that I'm doing are mainly regarding that. The intake box, like I said, I bought an intake. I didn't realize that it was only for factory intake. So I'm either going to return it or sell it. But basically, I want to be able to just have the carburetor and have an intake, but I don't want to do velocity stack. I ride a lot in the rain. I ride a lot in dusty areas, and I don't want to have to worry about it. I understand people do it. It's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. But I'm also an engine builder, and I understand that, you know, I see every day people that don't change air filters and stuff starts getting by. And it does wear on the cylinders, and it decreases your engine life. And I'm not going for that. So other than that, I don't have it here, but the rear fender, this is all going bye-bye, and it's kind of a tire hugger fender that's going on here. And then I'm going to have the sissy bar if I want it. Haven't made the decision yet. Wheels are getting at least painted to something that's not shiny chrome. They're dirty right now, so they're not shiny, but probably just going to go flat black on the wheels. Obviously, these are going away. These are going to be getting changed. I haven't decided if I'm changing pedals yet. But that's where we're at. I'm still waiting on a couple parts, but there's plenty of fabrication work for that rear fender that can still happen. I'm kind of going for a patina look. I'll post a picture and so you can see, but so this is going to stay factory. I don't see any advantage to go into the peanut tank really. I like the shape of the factory tank better. But it's going to be getting patinaed. So it's going to strip down, and then I'm going to do a patina on it so that the tank, the fender, as much as I can, is going to look rusty and old. And I won't have to do a lot of maintenance to it. I won't have to shine it up all the time and, you know, be like the Harley brothers that are out there, you know, polishing their bike every time they stop at Quaker Steak and Lube for, you know, group wings. We're not doing that. Other than that, obviously front fender's getting changed to that new one. Rebuilding forks because these are getting a little bit crunchy there, you can see. I'm having just a teeny bit of leakage that I get after a long hot ride. So it's not expensive. It's like $120 to get the tool, the kit, everything to rebuild those. So we're just going to rebuild those while we're at it. Probably going to redo my mount for the headlight. I don't really love the mount. Love the headlight, don't love the mount. So we're going to figure something out with that. Maybe relocating the speedometer down to the side. Don't know, haven't decided. Maybe changing handlebars, but probably not. These are already off of I think they're off of a Harley. I got them online for like $30 and they work great. But I am redoing the buttons here. So I'm doing the Moto Gadget buttons on both sides. Going to be changing this over here so it is the TJ Brutal Customs. It's going to match the handles and be bronze, and it's just real small, and it actually has cruise control on a little knob you can tighten on the throttle assembly, and it holds it. Other than that, mirrors are going to happen at some point, but I don't have money for the ones I want right now. So yeah, so basically the build starts here. I didn't get any good riding videos beforehand, but that's basically the project. If you guys have any questions on it, let me know. I'm going to try and post as many videos as I can doing the project. The fabrication work is going to take the most time. Getting the exhaust exactly how I want it here, that's going to be probably, I'm going to have a lot of time on that, because I'm not a professional TIG welder. I'm not even a professional welder. I'm a mechanic. I'm an engine guy. But keeping with the bobber spirit, I want to build as much of this as I can in my own garage with my own tools. I don't want to buy parts and slap them on. I want to do as much as I can myself. The stuff that I can't do, like roll a fender and make it look nice, I bought that from that guy online. I'll put links to all of his stuff. He's awesome. His support's great. Great product. Super reasonably priced. You're getting metal parts. You're getting parts like this seat. They're perfectly well made. Like this fits on his bobber seat. It has the right bolts. It goes right in there. It's a beautiful product. Like beautiful stitching. And this seat was like $160, I think. And you really can't beat that. If you know anything about motorcycle seats, you know you can spend $600-700 on a seat and it doesn't look that nice. It's soft. The main thing that I like is the angle there, so it's not a high angle. The main problem with this factory seat, see, this is just all material. It's actually stretched out. The actual seat is like this shape of almost where the stitch is. It goes down and up, and I ride with my tailbone, and it's smashed against this, and that's the only part that really hurts. So doing this myself, I'm going to move that seat as far back as I can because I am taller. I don't want to go to a full forward control where I extend these up like 4 or 6 inches. Just don't like how they look. I want to move the seat back as far as I can. And with his seat that comes with all these springs and everything in here, I'm hoping that I can move it back. And if I can't, I'm going to modify it. We're moving it back. But then either way, I don't have that huge ridge going up that's just digging right into my tailbone, right above my ass, where that's what hurts out. You know, if I'm on a 5-hour ride, that's what hurts. Not my butt, just my tailbone. So, anyways, not a lot of parts sitting here right now. Still waiting on the M unit. Still waiting on a couple odds and ends here. My fender's at the shop right now on the parts washer. Getting stripped down and getting ready to do the patina on it, and then hopefully I am going to be clear coating it myself, powder coating it myself, but we'll see. That's never done much of that either, so that's going to be a little bit of a learning experience. And then I'll show you my TIG welding setup here. This was $155, something like that on Amazon. You can see I'm trying, not very good at it yet, but I got my little tank of 100% argon, got gloves and everything. I have a lot of experience with MIG welding. I do it every day at work on exhaust systems, but I'm going to try and get the TIG welding good enough that I can make an exhaust myself. And even if I have to grind and all that, I want to make it myself. I want my exact own design. The exhaust that you see online, they're either straight pipes or they have big mufflers on them and they're quiet. I want the look of a straight pipe. Okay, you know, I want it to come and terminate as quickly as I can here, but I also want a little bit of silencing in that, so that I'm not just, you know, full Harley brother. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, you know, annoy everyone within a 6-mile radius whenever I happen to start my bike. So that's the build. Here's the bike. It's going bye-bye here real quick, so it'll look a lot different, hopefully in March or April whenever I start riding again. And then one other quick thing I'll say, so I just picked up this Harbor Freight, the Harbor Freight 1,000 pound capacity motorcycle lift. And the lift came basically as you see it here. You had to put on the front wheel vise or jack, whatever you might call it. You had to put on these. And you had to put on your foot pedals, and then you have, if I can find it over here, you have this, your ramp. It just sets in there with pins. You can take it off when you're done, so it's not in the way. Surprisingly well made. I had to go get a different vehicle to pick it up because it comes in a huge box. So this box is massive. It's a little over 8 feet long. This is how it came though. It came fully assembled. Like I said, except for those couple little things I had to put on, it probably took me 10 minutes to assemble it. It definitely takes 2 people to get it out of the box, but I was very, very impressed for Harbor Freight. Surprisingly good quality for a jack that was after coupon and everything. I'm part of the inside track and all that, but I stacked as many coupons as I could, and it was like 450 bucks. So everything else in this category is at least $1,000. For something else that comes with this stuff, you're looking at like 1,500 bucks, and you really can't beat it. It's got a safety bar down there, so it can't fall out. You can move the safety bar. It's got the little screw down floor jacks. The front wheels swivel. You can move this with the bike on it. You definitely want to have someone helping you stabilize it, but it is 100% possible to do that. So yeah, if I have any issues, obviously I'll make a video about it, but it's definitely an impressive value for the money and for what you're getting, and not a lot of work to put it together. Definitely a lot of work to haul it. If you don't have a truck with an 8-foot bed, I have a Tundra and it has a 5-foot bed, and it was hanging way out. So just be prepared if you're driving long distance. Bring straps. It's going to be a lot of work to get it unloaded. You need 2 or 3 people. But once it's here and installed, it's probably not ever going to leave here. You can't beat it for the money. So like I said, I'll let you know if I have any issues, if I have any problems with it, but definitely good value for the money.